Alright everyone, this is the possession guide of part of the video. Rather than give you text annotations and video, it would be kind of hard to follow that way. So I decided just to talk about it like I did with the maxi guide. This might be very scatterbrained, but this is what I'm doing, so deal with it. First entry to possession is 4A. On block, anyway, she's minus 12. And it's not a great situation for her, but she still has answers in which to fuck you up and make you look like an idiot. Okay, two primary answers that you can do to this stance are wall rising K and full crouch A. Thing is, if you block it, it's really range dependent, because if you block it too far, everything you can do will whiff. Also, wall rising K beats everything except B plus K from distance and teleport Brave Edge, but you recover fast enough so you don't get hurt by the Brave Edge. But you see with there, 2A is very, very range dependent. So it only shuts down everything if you're right up on her grill. If you're not up on her grill, she can do other things in which to punish you and, you know, make you feel bad about yourself. If you want an answer to teleport Brave Edge for guaranteed damage, you can 4B, and that will avoid the teleport and damage her for it. You won't get the counter hit though, but you know, what can you do? 4A on hit, however, she's at minus 2 and it's a better position to fuck you up. I've seen you have two choices really. As you saw there, crossbow is actually a viable option from 4A on hit, despite it being, you know, atrociously unsafe. See, it beats hover, and from a distance, it, like you saw, it beats the teleport. Also beats A, it beats B, in the A6 just frame. So that is one answer. 4B also works if you want to make a hard read on the teleport. Very possible thing to do. You won't get a counter hit this time, but you do get damage. But it also is range dependent. That's a really big thing about these possession shutdowns, is you really have to be aware of the range in which you hit her at, or she hits you. 2K is really cool, as in it makes a K whiff. Possession K, or the teleport, will go behind you, but the axis issue will cause her to whiff. So you really have to be confident in the she'll whiff, because you'll have time to back turn B plus K, but you gotta commit. That's one of the things. You don't have time to really think things over. A plus B is another solid answer to this stance on hit, because it kills teleport K, as you see, and it beats B, it beats the unblockable. It also beats B plus K for an air hit, so 50 damage is pretty good, so I can't complain there. So yeah, that is that stance for, well, that's that stance option. You have A plus B, or crossbow, or 2K. Those are your main primary options dealing with 4A on hit if you wish to do an immediate attack. Right in her face, if you get hit and then she does the K, you'll get interrupted, which sucks. Also, A plus B actually gets hit by the B mid-air. So if she makes a hard read on your hard read, you're getting fucked up. But luckily the crossbow is quick enough so that you can fuck her up for that hard read. Crossbow kills hover for really hilarious results. Meaning, yeah. But also A plus B will whiff mutually with hover. So, you know, it takes out what it's worth. If the range allows and you're right behind her, beat back turn B plus K can supply whiff punishes in some circumstances. If she does hover B or hover A, you can whiff punish her. But if she does empty hover, you obviously can't whiff punish her. 4A into A, that's range dependent. Crossbow can shut it down if you are a little bit away from her. If you're right in her face, you'll get hit. This is hard read and hard read land. You will get smacked by the unblockable if you do a crossbow. But if she decides to go that far into Yomi land, you can do pretty much whatever you want to her and get a lot of damage, like you saw there. So, you know, take your options for what they are. Those are your main options: 2K, crossbow, or A plus B. Alright, while rising AAA4 is probably the worst stance entry of all time. It's incredibly awful. On block, it is shit. It's shit. As in, you can react to her yelling over here and punish pretty much everything you can do with 6B, everything she can do. The only instance of where she can get like the edge on you is if you're too late in your reaction. Because right there, she can teleport Brave Edge. But the thing is, you're safe enough so you won't get punished for it. So, on block anyway, it's awful. B plus K can also play into that ineptitude, as in, you know, it can tech crouch the 6B. But again, you can block it or just back up and punish. One thing you can do to just take the guesswork out entirely is commit 100%. Like, say you're 100% certain she isn't going to do the third hit, you can just 6B after the second hit and you'll hit her every time, no matter what she does. This is even applicable on hit. If you get hit by the first 2 hits and you mash out 6B, you're still going to hit her. So all in all, this is a pathetic stance entry. It's really, really bad. I mean, I don't really want to go that far into talking about this stance, given how awful it is, really. For this entrance, anyway. But yeah, it really is dependent on your reaction tone. If you're really sluggish and dumb, then yes, you can get mixed up and you can get hit and outguessed. B plus K, or not B plus K, BK4 is also a pathetically bad entry to this stance, meaning just duck the fucking K and you won't have to deal with it. Seriously, duck or even A plus B like the guide for punishment says. Just, there really is nothing to say. That BK entrance is really just a stupidity test, as in, does this person know Natsu is a character? And luckily, you know Natsu is a character, so BK position entries are just awful. 6A plus B is a bit different, but it's good in the fact that you have one attack that kind of does everything for you almost. If you refer to the punishment guide, I'd say 6B was the punish here, but 6B can get interrupted by the A. AA is fast enough to interrupt the A, so there's that. But if you know she's going to possession, and you just want to take no guesswork, just 2K. As you see there, K will whiff, and she's left at about minus 16 or so. So it's another range-dependent thing. But typically, you're in range to do CE, always CE. And if you're close enough, you can 6B her whiff. Which makes things really funny. It's actually really stupid how well 2K works in this stance. And also, it's minus 15, 2K's I-15, so if you want to, you can opt for a 2K every time in that instance. K-Brate on the teleport into kick will, in fact, avoid you, but it won't punish you. So, there really is no danger to letting 2K rip in this situation, really. It also beats hover, even though it's a low kick, it will beat hover. So, 6A plus B is shut down primarily by 2K, and it looks really stupid, and it is stupid, but it works. So, so if you want to make a even harder damage, feel free to do so, but if you want to take minimal risk, go for 2K. Next one is Bomb, or 4A plus B into that. Funny thing is, as I'm showing you right now, 6A plus B into K, or to teleport K, 4B does not shut down. So again, 2K, 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 2K. Sorry if it's a scatterbrain, because it really is. So you see here, I'm just mashing buttons, doing dumb shit. I don't know why I'm still doing this. There's nothing really left to show. AA can get stuck to B plus K, so, you know, take that for what it's worth. AA will also get whiff punished by the teleport Brave Edge if you commit to both A's. If you do single A, it actually won't punish you, but you won't be able to hit her, obviously. So there is that to take in consideration. So yeah, 2K, 2K, 2K. Can't really express that enough. Next one actually is the Bomb this time, 4A plus B, 4. It's a really nasty entrance, honestly, because Ezio's options are pretty limited. 2K makes that whiff, but you don't have time to punish this time. She is safe enough that she'll avoid every punishment, so if you decide to CE her, she will block it and will punish you. So that's kind of like a neutral option, meaning none of us get hurt, but you know, whatever happens. 2K still beats out normal stuff like B plus K, A, B, unblockable, beats all that out. Still beats out hover. So 2K is still an attractive option for Bomb, so you can't keep that in mind. This is a teleport Brave. See what happens here. You are punished this time. The frames are so slightly in her favor that teleport Brave will in fact whiff punish your 2K. So 2K isn't so much of a brain dead option here. Unfortunately, you don't have a brain dead option to snuff the teleport, so you gotta make a read on it. You can back up. That's always an attractive option. Or you can just move out of the fucking way and sidestep punish. That's one option. Now granted, you know, with punishing teleport, Bravich is really janky because she tracks some weird ways, she realigns in weird ways, so it's really annoying and really hard to really do. But you just gotta deal with it. You just gotta know how to punish it. That's actually pretty key to the matchup. You can block it if you really want to and take the 50-50. But if you know she's doing a teleport, why not do that? Also, if you know she's doing a teleport, you can do Ultra Swag in 4B plus K. This is really swaggish, absurdly risky, but you look so fucking cool while doing it, so, you know, what do you have to lose? Well, you have to lose a lot, because 4B plus K doesn't really shut down anything else except the teleport. As you see here, it avoids the K, but Natsu recovers much, much more quicker than you do, and it can probably A6 you before you even reload your crossbow. So that is for super hard YOLO, I'm Xanakin reads. Next one is 66A-B4, a really bad entrance. It's really dependent on your reaction time. It's also like, it can also fall into your Yomi thing. As in, you know she's gonna teleport, so I know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fuck her up. And yeah, you're gonna fuck her up. There's only so much I can say about this entrance because, again, it is reaction based. And it's like player based. There really isn't a 100% way to take it out rather than committing to things or just waiting things out. But even then, it's a pretty weak stance and is used to circumvent punishment. But the issue here is Ezio can't punish 66AB without meter, and it sucks. But I'll get to that later. 66B is annoying, as in you can only punish it with CE, and it whiffs if she goes into possession. But you have two primary options to beat her out if she goes into possession. You can crossbow her, because that beats out a lot. It beats out hover for hilarious results. And you can even beat out hover, as in you can see how fucking far she flies. So I can't get ring outs with this, especially if the Natsu is unaware of the positioning and how, you know, what the risk to going into possession from 66B is. So that is really smart, the thing you can do. Also kills the K, because again, she's really far away after 66B and block into possession. So she can't really chase you, so to speak. It's kind of like a defensive thing more than an offensive thing. B plus K causes the crossbow to whiff, but neither of you are in a good position, so it's all good. She can choose to just not go into position and block the crossbow. But if she blocks the crossbow, she's way too far to punish you. But if she ducks the crossbow, you're dead. There's nothing more to say about that. Teleport Bravich will phase through the crossbow bolt and punish you in the face. Not a bad thing. Like, you don't get hurt that much because she doesn't get the attack throw. But there is a way to beat it out, so you won't have to deal with that. And that's to use 404B. 404B will smack her for 60 damage and beat out lots of other options. It beats out all the options crossbow does not, and which is great. But the trade-off is it doesn't beat hover. So she can hover and avoid the swing. But the thing about hover is she has two primary whiff punishment options. That's hover A, hover B. Yeah, you know this. Thing is, hover B will whiff punish you, and that sucks. But on the other hand, as you're about to see, with hover A will not. This is one of those instances where that tiny one frame difference actually makes or breaks you. So you pretty much should block low most of the time if your 4-4B got avoided, because you can block the hover A because it's slightly slower than hover B. 22KA is another pathetic entry, but you can't commit, as in you can't just attack after a flip kick because you'll whiff your 6B. So again, this is just listening. Over here, okay, it's time to hit her. Hooray, we have fun. This is another really bad stance entrance, and something a good Natsu player shouldn't be using often unless it's really messing you up. But it's just so lackluster in the fact that there is only so much you can do to win out. Anyway, this was my very, very rough Natsu guide. Thank you for watching. This is for me. It's just for me to know how to fuck you up, Hawkeye. And that's all. See you in NEC.